All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Barry Miller, your consumer ally in all matters residential real estate. All matters. And then this is the Consumers Real Estate Show. They're all aspects of real estate that we cover with you. And this is a special one coming up. Chuck Bader, good morning.
Good morning, Barry. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here, Chuck. And so I had this thought during the week. Recently, my wife and I, a couple years ago, downsized, and we haven't done much to take an inventory. I mean, we got rid of a lot of things.
Right.
We still have some things in storage.
Right.
I have pictures of this warehouse, with all this stuff in it, but you couldn't tell what it was other than the bike sitting there and the old refrigerator. So tell us, I have a need. I should know what inventory I have for lots of reasons. Why don't you tell us what some of those reasons are and what you're doing about it to help us as consumers take that proper inventory and do it in an easy fashion?
Well, let's talk about our primary need, which is avoiding the second tragedy. Together We Stand Home Inventory Services was formed after the Waldo Canyon fires by our founder, Carrie Mitchell, who actually had her house burned down when she was 12 years old. Reliving that pain was just too much for her. She realized, you know what? This is a major problem. Seeing people who have lost their entire home in a fire, having to go back and try to remember everything in every room, every model number, every serial number. Exactly. It's 2 years. So there are two tragedies. Number one, the event that caused the loss, fire, flood, or whatever. Yeah. You can't avoid that. But what you can avoid with the Together We Stand Home Inventory is the second tragedy. And if you'll do the inventory in advance before something happens, then you have all your information with picture files, audio files, and text files on a flash drive, which you store off-site. And if you ever do, unfortunately, suffer a loss, you're not going to have to relive that pain every day trying to remember what was in every room. You simply take that inventory to your insurance agent, get your check, and move on.
What a phenomenal way to look at it.
Yeah.
To avoid the second catastrophe.
Exactly.
The second problem.
Yeah.
And we'll minimize it and say problem.
Yes.
Avoid that second problem. Because it just could be a family situation. It could be a divorce. It could be a death in the family.
Right.
Where then, what did she have or what did he have? What were all those assets and who's going to get them too?
And that's another great point we bring up.
Larry.
One of the things, having lived through the Black Forest fire, and I have lots of neighbors and friends who lost their homes. I have one friend who had hundreds of thousands of dollars of electronic equipment, but he doesn't remember exactly what the equipment was, and the insurance company says, how do we know you really owned it?
Right.
We're not going to pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars for all this equipment because you can't prove it.
And that's where we provide another benefit, too, because instead of you taking pictures and you trying to detail what you have, one of the really credible things that we do as Together We Stand Home Inventory is third-party verification. By us taking your pictures on our cameras, we're telling somebody, your insurance agent, anybody who has a question, that this company that we hired verified everything in this house on this day.
How smart. And what a great heritage your company has of the Together We Stand. I mean, that's so important to us, Chuck. Why don't you share your contact information, and then let's get into a specific tip or two in our final couple of minutes here. This is big, important information.
Right.
But how can our listeners reach you?
And I'm going to say this very slowly because I know that when I'm driving, listening to the radio, I want to be able to do that. It's the area code for Colorado Springs, 719. So it's a 719 area code, followed by 232-3373. So again, Colorado Springs area code of 719, followed by 232-3373.
Now, also, your email is chuck@TWS. And let's say, again, driving down, you can't remember all that, but it's Together We Stand. TWS Home Inventory.com.
Right.
And that is also your website.
It is, yeah. We put the service right in the name, so it's very easy to remember.
So it's right there. The one item to remember is TWS TWSHomeInventory.com.
Right.
And Chuck, you are the man. Tell us a tip or two.
The most important thing we want to do is get you prepared in advance. So we encourage you to call today to schedule your bid to have your home inventoried. And if you'll do that, we're going to give you today only 5 free years of off-site data storage.
5 full years of off-site data storage free.
Free to you if you'll schedule that today, because we need to encourage people not to put this off. You procrastinate till it's too late, and we can't help. So call today or email today, and you'll get 5 free years of data storage. And when you go to our website, go to our contact page and type in the words KHOW, KHOW, free report. And we'll send you out a free report on how to do an evacuation plan for your house.
Nice. Can we have you back? This is big-time information that all of our listeners need.
We plan on being back because, unfortunately, there is nobody else really doing it the way we're doing home inventories. But people need to have the home inventories. Businesses need to have home inventories. It will help you with your accounting or with shrinkage, verifications. If you're going to move from one place to another, you want to have that inventory done before you move. That way, when you get to your beautiful new house, you are going to be able to have everything ready to go. And you can verify if something's missing, we have it verified. Yeah. And pricing really varies, but we want to get with you because it's your inventory. It's very custom. There are a lot of price points to this, depending on how detailed or just how overviewed you want to be.
What are some of those?
One of our most popular prices is about the full package for $6.99. We'll come into your house, and in 4 very efficient hours, we will take pictures of every picture, every asset, every item in your house.
And the price is approximately
$6.99.
Oh my gosh.
And with that, you get the flash drives, you get the software that you update yourself in years future as you're adding more things to your house. You go to the software which you've already bought, and you don't call us back out, you update that.
Chuck, as you were speaking, I thought for sure it was going to be $2,000 or $1,800.
And you know what's beautiful about this is because some people's really, really precious belongings, if they lost one that they could not document, it would pay for this inventory.
This is big. $699 plus for all those callers today who go to TWSHomeInventory.com and put in that code KHOW. They get an extra report plus 5 years of off-site storage for free.
Exactly. Schedule your inventory with me today. You'll get 5 years of off-site storage for free.
Chuck Bader, we thank you. Our listeners are thanking you. May they be calling you now and going on to that website, TWSHomeInventory.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barry. Check with Chuck. Call me today. Let's move forward.
All right, let's do it. We will do that for sure. Very, very good information. And information is what we're all about here, as we know. Chuck, and online with us right now is Jeff. He is part of our plumbing guys. They're the guys, Discount Rooter, Blaine and Jeff. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, Barry. How are you today?
We're just wound up and good, getting all kinds of information out. What a great part of life, the TWS home inventory. What a great, great way. And now we're going to talk, though, and shift part of that.